Hi there, and welcome to the 2013 Drake Relays pre-show. I'm Mark Ryder.
And I'm Madeline Meyer.
With the 104th running of the Drake Relays fast approaching, we're here to bring you a sneak peek of what looks like an exciting few days of track and field.
One of the great things about the Relays is that it brings together athletes of every age and caliber, hosting athletes from high school, collegiate, and professional levels. Top athletes from around the state, nation, and world come together here in Des Moines to compete in one of the oldest sports in history.
Past relays have seen athletes ranging from Katie Flood, a Des Moines native and Dowling Catholic alum, who still holds the record for high school girls 3,000 with a time of 9.43, all the way up to gold medal athletes, decathlete Bruce Jenner, and 100-meter gold shoe wearing Michael Johnson.
Since the first ever world record was broken in 1914, athletes from all over the continent have competed at our very own Blue Oval to take a chance on one of the fastest and well-known tracks in America.
This year's Relays marks the beginning of a new era as the addition of Hy-Vee sponsorship has catapulted the Relays into center stage, drawing more Olympic athletes to the Blue Oval than ever before.
And this year, 28 Olympic athletes and professional athletes representing 18 different countries have made the trek to compete at the legendary Drake Relays. 13 events at the Drake Relays are Olympic rematches, from the men's triple jump to the women's 100-meter hurdles. The Relays features Olympic athletes including 7 gold medalists, 7 silver medalists, and 8 bronze medalists, all hoping to reclaim their titles as best in show.
The addition of these athletes is a direct result of the Relays partnership with Hy-Vee. Friday night of Relays is even being dubbed Hy-Vee night and will host 7 different Olympic rematches. These include men's 110-meter hurdles, 400-meter hurdles, 400-meter open, and the high jump. Also look forward to the women's pole vault and long jump. The winners of these events, along with other Olympic rematches throughout the Relays, will be awarded a prize of $50,000.
Which is a huge purse, thanks to Hy-Vee. The 110-meter hurdles should be an exceptional race to watch. Slated for 6:30 p.m. Friday night, hosts every Olympic medalist from London 2012. The reigning Olympic champion, Aries Merritt, from the United States, ran 12.92 seconds at the 2012 Olympic Games. That is only 1/100th of a second away from the Olympic record. Merritt will be going up against silver medalist and teammate Jason Richardson, who finished just 12/100ths of a second behind him. It should be an exciting match. He will also be competing against Olympic bronze medalist Hansie Parchment of Jamaica and Ryan Barthwater of Barbados. Also competing at Hy-Vee night will be the men and women's pole vault.
Jen Sure is the U.S. favorite to win. She also happens to be the reigning Relays champ and was the winner of the gold medal at the 2012 Summer Olympics. This feat might be surprising, considering she didn't begin pole vaulting until 2004. Before coming to Des Moines, Jen actually took a photo of her dog and tweeted it at DU Porterhouse's account. So just kind of exciting, getting ready for coming to Des Moines.
It's really fun and it's really personal, especially when something like Jen Sure can tweet DU Porterhouse. It's definitely a fun thing to look for. Men's pole vault will be equally exciting, with the gold medalist traveling all the way from France, Rino Lavallini, to compete against other top-notch athletes in the field. The second-place Olympic medalist from Germany, Bjorn Otto, will make a showing at the event as well. The event will be one of the most international, featuring men from 4 different countries. Another international Olympic showdown will be the men's 400-meter dash.
The 400-meter run will feature fan favorite and 2-time gold medal winner Jeremy Warner. He will face off against Linguini Santos, a silver medalist, and most recently in London. The contest was to be interesting as Warner failed to qualify for the 400-meter in the 2012 Games.
Without a doubt, the 104th Relays is set to be a record-breaking hit, and we can't wait to see what's to come in the next few days.
With the sponsorship of Hy-Vee, the buzz surrounding the aura of this year's Relays is definitely something to look at. Catherine Fritke found how important this pairing is.
It was announced in November that Hy-Vee would be the newest presenting sponsor for the Relays, and the newest partnership will provide an advantage.
They're a homegrown company in the Midwest. The Drake Relays is, a premier event of the Midwest.
He also finds that the match will work in the Relays' favor.
To have 2 strong brands come together for the sake of community, but also for the sake of excellence, is definitely something that we're excited about.
It's a passion for all parties, and Brown recognizes why.
It's the people. It's the manner in which Hy-Vee and Drake University and the Drake Relays pursue excellence. I think it's unbridled.
With the new partnership, the Relays will have more to offer to both athletes and spectators alike. College athletes have a strong connection to the Relays, and Mark sat down with Drake's own Brogan Austin about preparing for the Blue Oval.
Thanks, Madeline. I'm here with junior mathematics major Brogan Austin, track and cross-country sensation here at Drake. So Brogan, when did you start your career with running competitively?
I'd say I started when I was, I guess ever since I've been young, I've always admired my dad and looked up to him. And I guess it was about 5 or 6 where my dad would go to work and he'd be gone for 2 or 3 days, and then he'd be back, and I'd always try to impress him and say that I'd ran or something like that. So he mapped out a route for me to run, and it was like a mile route. So I would run this mile route, and then I'd walk the mile back. But I would always sprint the mile, and then once my dad came home, and I would always like brag to him or something like that. So that kind of got me started. Yeah. And then my dad just kind of did it for casually, and then he started doing races, and he put me in the same races, and I had some success doing that. So then I thought maybe I can be kind of good at this stuff, and so that kind of stimulated me through growing up, and then middle school and high school. And it wasn't anything special until maybe my senior year, and I started doing better things, and I just kind of stuck with it.
Yeah. So when did you realize that you were above average as far as running goes?
You know, I didn't ever think that. I mean, I've always had someone to push me or something like that. Like in high school, there's a bunch of guys better than me on my team, and I've always had next steps, and if it was like qualifying for state or making the varsity team, and I didn't really think I was good until I had some success my freshman year here at Drake, and then I've had some recent success this year in the 10K, and I just still want to achieve more, but I still wouldn't say I'm where I want to be, but I don't know, I wouldn't say I'm fantastic, but I am in a good spot right now, I think.
Cool. Yeah, well, you're being modest because in high school, you ran in the relays, came in second twice in the 2 mile, in the mile, and then won state in the state championship in the mile and 2 mile, beating that guy. But what's that like, changing from running here at Drake in the Drake Relays when you were with Boone, and then coming here now and running here as a Bulldog?
In high school, I mean, I always heard about the relays and stuff, but I wasn't entirely sure what it was about until my senior. I didn't qualify until my senior year, yeah. So that was kind of my first taste of it, and it was just the crowd was just amazing. Like, yeah. I remember this Saturday there was just full stadium and everybody was going crazy, so that kind of got me like hungry for going back to relays again. Yeah. And now being a part of it as a Bulldog, I kind of get the week build up and I get pumped for it, and everybody's talking about it, and kind of gets me fired up. And now I'm not racing for myself, more so just for the school. I really want to make the school proud, and I'm hoping I can win a relays title this year. I got second my freshman year, but I really think I can do it this year, and I hope to, and hope I can make our school proud.
Yeah, and you're running in the 5K this week.
Yep, on Thursday.
On Thursday night, very fun. And so with that, do you have any like pre-race rituals that you do to get yourself pumped up and ready to go for the event?
Yeah, it's kind of abnormal. People kind of criticize it. Like, you have this skinny kid walking into the store buying Slim Fast, and they're all looking at me weird. And so that's kind of I feel so bad going into the store buying Slim Fast, but that's kind of my thing to do. What I usually do, it's like, it varies. I'll wake up 3 to 4 hours before my race, and depending if it's 3 or 4 hours, I have 250 calories per hour, And I always have a Slim Fast, and then I always have this energy bar that I really like. It's like simple and it's easy for the body to break down. And then whatever the remaining calories are, I usually have like fruits or some simple carbs, just so it's easy on my stomach and I can digest it before my race. And then so basically that. So I have enough energy before my race, and I don't have stuff in my stomach.
Yeah.
And then other things I do is I don't drink water an hour before my race, and then I take an electrolyte pill an hour before, and then take a caffeine pill an hour and 25 minutes before. And that's kind of my eating thing. That's big for me because you got to feel right and feel like you have energy and not thinking about that stuff. You can just focus on your running and racing fast. So that's kind of my tradition in that sense. And then as far as running, the one thing I always do is stretch my arms before the race starts. Like when I'm towing the line, I always stretch my arms. I don't know. I mean, you don't use your arms that much for like running, but it's just my sense of relaxation. Like it's time to go. Like I stretch my arms and then I'm ready to go.
Get you in the right mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what are you thinking about during the race? Are you're really concentrated on hitting those right splits, or is it just kind of everywhere? Or where are you at?
Okay, people ask me this question quite often, and the best description I can give is like when you're on a long drive, you kind of zone out and you don't really remember the drive at all.
Yeah.
You just like remember getting in the car and then a little bit in between and then getting there. That's kind of how like it is for the 10K. But every now and then, especially in high school, I would get Spanish words stuck in my head, and I would get caught. I'd just say the Spanish word over and over, just like I don't know why, but I would say the Spanish words. But sometimes it's songs. You know, as I've gotten more used to racing, I've gotten more relaxed, and usually the first bit I focus about getting positioning, and then after that, just try to forget, like zone out, like I do in the car.
Yeah.
And so.
Let the training kind of
take
over.
Yeah, because like in training, you focus on hitting splits, and then when you're racing, it kind of just comes naturally, and you just like relax. You try to stay as relaxed as you can, and so then when it comes to the last couple laps, then you really buckle down and try to kick it in. It's fun.
Yeah. And then in the past, you've done Ragbri.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
But just talk a little bit about that. Cross training is an important thing too.
Yeah, it definitely is. I used to take a week out and do Ragbri. I mean, Mark and I have done Ragbri a day or two, and we both know how brutal it is. I mean, I think Ragbri is probably it's probably one of the tougher things I've done. I'm just completely exhausted, especially with the heat and the hills and all the stuff like that. That's kind of like the relays atmosphere is everybody's just really supportive, and everybody's doing the same thing and trying to accomplish a goal, and everybody's super friendly, and that's kind of the relays mentality is with Ragbri. So I mean, if you've done Ragbri before, you kind of get the mentality of what it's like to race in the relays. Kind of
exactly. Yeah, just that atmosphere is something that's just it can't be duplicated.
Yeah, exactly. That's why people keep coming back for more. It's just it's fun and it's exciting to be around.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Well, hey, thanks so much for coming in.
You bet.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Alrighty. Hey, back to you, Madeline.
Brogan has advanced the Drake program, and we wish him the best for the next half of the season.